Can you know someone without actually knowing them, just just by looking at their landscape or yard? My take is you can, but you also can't or you shouldn't. So in this video I want you guys to take with a grain of salt. There's so many things that come into play, like maybe they're retired or they're in a wheelchair, or even if they have an ugly yard, overgrown yard, they might be the nicest person in the world. So please just take this video with a grain of salt. There's so many things, like I said, they come into play. They just moved in or they're working on projects, this and that. But in this video, I'll show you a couple examples of why you can and you can't criticize someone on their yard. And at the end, I have proof for one of the houses that I'm going to show. So I'll start with this house. This house, I've been passing by this road. By the way, I'm parked where there's parking, so I'm not blocking traffic or anything like that. So I've been passing by here for the past 5-6 years. From what I see, same homeowners are still there, same cars are there anyway. But you saw me pan out to the left. There was a bunch of mowers in the front yard, trash bags, so many. It just looked overgrown weeds. It was bad, and they kind of moved some of that stuff over to the left side of the house. So I'm not sure if maybe the city told them to clean up, or maybe like on the right side there's a HOA type of community. Maybe they complained about it because it was bad. So I'm not sure, but over to the left there's also another house. It looks kind of bad. And when I say mowers out in the front yard, there's nothing wrong with that, because near where I live, there's a house that has a bunch of mowers, but I can tell he fixes them and maybe flips them. But his place is organized, not like this house. It was pretty bad. And down the road, I'll show you another house. It's like 2 miles from here. And for that one, I'll put the proof at the end. And no worries, I'm not going to show anything bad on the clip that I found. But this was just an example. And if you happen to see one of these houses is yours, well, what can I say? So I'll move on to our next house. Okay, so this next house, I always got a creepy, weird feeling every time I pass by. And this house is just 2 miles down the road from the other house that I just showed. No one lives here right now. This house was built from ground up, so new basement, new everything. I'll show you a before picture at the end, like I said. And I just always got a weird feeling about this house. Every now and then I will see a little boy outside on his bike. And I would always just get that weird feeling, like when you see a place that doesn't look nice. So it turned out I was right, sadly. And one afternoon, summertime, it was 5-6 o'clock in the afternoon, I passed by. There was a TV crews outside, police officers, yellow tape around the property. And later on that day or the next day, I read an article on Facebook about this property. So sadly, I was right. And every now and then, my wife will tell me that I'm always outside. Well, I love gardening, I tell her, right? And I also tell her that I criticize people by how their place looks from outside. She loves cleaning the inside. There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's important. So I tell her they're not going to see how your place looks like from inside, but because unless you invite them inside, they'll definitely criticize you, or at least I do, by how the outside looks. And this next house that I'll show, my take on this house is that they're just lazy. Simple as that. This next house, I'll show you a quick clip. I'll do like a drive-by there. And I've been passing by there. I pass by there every day. From what I see is they have 5 or 6 kids. I can tell they're religious in a way. Their house is old, paint's coming off, stuff like that. They have a mess everywhere, and they, the husband or the man of the house, he has like a side business. He does lawn mowing. He has like a trailer there that I've seen with a sign that says lawn mowing. So I say they're lazy. That doesn't mean they're not making money. I don't know if they have financial problems or not. But my take is just simply that they're lazy. And I'm pretty sure they're a part of the church. Maybe they're Mormon. I have no idea. But they're definitely something to do with the church, whether they're just religious or whatever. But that doesn't mean that you should be lazy and not at least make an effort to clean up your place. So that's my take on that house. Okay, so another example is like where my parents live. It's like a large town, small city type of place. So houses side by side, small yards, stuff like that. And you can see who makes an effort to at least clean up the place, whether it's a rental or not. And like in the summertime, there's people, no matter how small the yard is, they keep their grass cut or at least cleaned up, and there's not stuff laying around. Then there's other people that just have a mess everywhere. Okay, so this is the house, and I simply think that they're just lazy. The camera doesn't really do a good job of showing the bikes up front and showing the mess. And it's actually not that bad right now, but there's a bunch of mess everywhere. I think they're just lazy.
A welfare check. During their investigation, they say they found 2 children with black eyes. They investigated further, and police say they found living and dead animals on the property. Among the animals found alive, 3 cats, 6 kittens, a pig, and 8 dogs. Police say they also found 2 rabbits, 2 dogs, a chicken, and a pig dead or decomposing. Investigators say this is one of the worst houses they've ever seen.
Inside the residence, there was approximately 4 inches of sewage in the basement, numerous bugs, maggots, flies, fleas, feces, urine all over the residence. The house is deplorable. We are working with the health department to get the house condemned.
Police say this is an active child abuse investigation. The children are with other family members right now. As of this afternoon, no charges have been filed.